How's it going, everybody? I'm Chris Evans from Sound Minded Music Academy, soundmindedmusic.com. Today I'm going to answer the question, how do I scream without doing damage? How do I make those screamy sounds that I hear other metal singers do without ripping up my vocal cords and making it to where I can't sing, where my voice is gone by the end of the night? The answer is you have to learn to have a good singing voice underneath the screaming. First off, if you don't have some underlying technique, if you're not able to relax and make the notes that you're trying to sing, and I mean quiet and clean, then you can't really put a scream on top of that and make it work. It's just, that's not the order of how singing works. You need to have a note underneath that scream and then layer a little bit of vocal fry, things like that's vocal fry. You're going to use that, relax your voice into those screaming sounds. You're not pushing and shoving. That's not how it's done, all right? So what you're going to do is you're going to learn to sing underneath of those screaming sounds. And then you're going to layer a little bit of vocal fry. You can add a little bit of pressure from your lower diaphragm and control with your upper diaphragm, and you can learn to amplify your voice and really get some of those sounds that you might be interested in. So say if you like Alice in Chains, Lane Staley. Jesus Christ! Now if you want to be able to belt, and that's what you consider screaming, then what that's going to involve is learning to relax your vocal cords, relax your face, your neck, shoulders, and you're going to have to learn to squeeze pretty hard. Most of these techniques are going to require a lot of power and a lot of control. You're going to need to be able to flex your lower diaphragm really hard, and you're going to need to be able to flex your upper diaphragm enough to control your airflow so you don't get too much air pounding against your vocal cords. Now, if that's kind of a clean, screamy sound, now that's more of what I would consider belting or shouting. Now, if you want to learn to make more of those kind of high-pitched rock screams like, "Oh, yeah!" that involves vocal fry, all right? You're going to sing your note underneath it. Ooh, ooh, yeah! And you're just going to kind of add, yeah! A little bit of vocal fry on top of it. All right? Now you got to be able to sing underneath these sounds. You got to be able to support and control your airflow. If you just try to do these things like, oh, he said vocal fry, and I went, and then I started doing it, and that's not a good idea, and I do not recommend it. That's probably not going to work. There's a lot to it, and you got to be able to learn to sing before you start screaming, or there's not going to be sound underneath your scream, and there's not going to be breath support under there to keep your vocal cords safe. You're just going to be blowing a lot of air over your vocal cords and making rattly sounds and tearing up your voice, all right? So, another really cool singer, I'll kind of leave you with this, is Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. I've always thought he had a really cool range and a lot of different tones he could work with. A little bit from the song Outshine. Show me the power, child. I like to say that I'm up on my feet again. Oh, I'm feeling, outside, 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 outshine. Wow, yeah. Now, that wasn't practiced. I didn't really work on that. But you can hear how much you can put over top of your voice, how much you can really distort your tone and get those really cool screamy sounds. And you can do that without tearing up your voice, without tearing up your vocal cords. It just involves learning to sing, learning to control and support your airflow, and how to place things correctly, how to sing backwards place, not out here, but to place your sound back in your throat and open up your pharynx, open up your nasal cavity, and really get that nice rattly sound. And that's how you sing with distortion without, and sing with that kind of screamy sound without ripping up your voice. All right. If you have any questions, soundmindandmusic.com. Again, I'm Chris Evans. And disclaimer, if you don't know exactly how to do this and you try it, probably not going to work. I am not telling you that if you do this, you're just going to watch this video and now you can go out and do screaming sounds and not hurt yourself. That's not the case. You can blow your voice out very easily doing this stuff if you don't do it properly. If you want to learn to do this right, check me out at soundmindandmusic.com. Go through some of my video lessons. Book a Skype lesson with me or come into the studio here in Denver. I will show you exactly how to do it, and I'll make sure you can do it without hurting yourself. All right? Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care.